So, welcome again into another episode of 100 Days Interview Preparation, hosted by Code with Akya. So, in this one, we'll be not exactly going into the algorithms in itself, but we're doing a interesting data structure. It is called as the in-place method. So, throughout this 100 days of interview preparation, we're not going to specifically dive into just the data structures and algorithms that are given into your textbooks, but we are going to improve your logic as a whole, because most of the times it's not the data structure that matters the most to the companies, but it's the logic building that matters the most, because most likely you won't even use 80% of the data structures in your job. Because just sit down and imagine, like, you are using binary search algorithm into your office. That doesn't make any sense, because I haven't literally seen anyone using all of the data structures or most of the data structures in their job roles. It's all about the logic that you know. It's all about the logic that you understand. So we're going to do like a bunch of logic building so that you can have a great idea, you can have a great foundation with building great logics. So without wasting our time, let's just discuss the question and let's get started with it. So the question is pretty simple. It's on the screen right now. Rotate the number from the given index. So basically, let me just show you how to do that. So first of all, just take an array. Take an array of as much as elements as you want to. Not short, not too short, not too long, right? I'm not saying that it won't work with too short or too long, but it's not a good practice to do it with like long arrays. It's weird. It might show you an output which is too long, which is basically useless. We're just learning here. So take an array. I took a 6-element array and the target is 3. So basically the 3 is not the value, it's the index. So as you know, the basic Python, if you are into this DSA program, you might have you might know the basic Python, and if you don't, then just go and watch any Python simple tutorials. Go Telescope, go Code with Harry, Free Code Camp, any of those channels. Go and learn the basic Python first. That's prerequisite. So it's on the third index. So what I want is to just go on to third index, and whatever is after third index, reverse it, right? Reverse it and place it in first place, right? Because we are reversing it. So basically all of the things after the third index will go on the first place. So what value we have on the third index? Obviously 4, because the counting in Python starts from 0. So right here we have our favorable output. Our favorable output would be 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, because after the third index, from the fourth index, everything will go on the forward. So this is what an in-place method is, right? Now that we have understand theoretically, let's do it practically. So first of all, what we'll do is just create a function, right? So just name the functions in a way that it sounds pretty much logical, right? Because when you're sitting in an interview, all I would suggest you is to name the functions logically. Don't name it anything random. Don't name it anything vague. Just name it whatever it does. So in my case, rotate array in place. Simple as that. I don't overcomplicate stuff like RTOA, nothing like that. You don't actually need to overcomplicate things. Just make it as simple as possible, because that's where your logic is tested. That can you make things simple? Can you make things operatable faster? Can you make things efficient? That's how the game works. So what I've done up here is just taken the length of the array. So what I have done so far is pretty simple. We have taken the length of array, stored it into n, and then we just declared a variable k is equal to k modulus n, in case the k is larger than the array length, right? Then what we have done is reverse the entire array. Like we have reversed the entire array. So if it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 5, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then what we have done is reverse the first k elements. So what are the k elements after the third index? Means 5 and 6. We reversed it, and then we reversed the entire array. So the things that were into forward now went backward, right? Just keep print in middle of every single line. After each line, just keep print statement, and you'll start to actually see how does that actually works, right? After each like reversed function, use the print statements so that you can actually understand like how does that work, what I'm telling you. So Let's just define an array. The k element I'll keep 3. Rotate array in place, array and k element, right? Then simply print the array, right? Didn't took too long. So what I'm gonna do is just print the array before and print the array afterward, like the original and the reversed, so that you can see how much difference there is. So there is original and then there will be reversed. Okay, name it reversed. Perfect. So I think there's okay. I shall keep it to down because the array is not even declared in that case. So let's just take it a little down. Alt Shift down is basically a shortcut key that you use in Visual Studio Code. Okay, alright, let's just run it into our terminal. For that we'll simply say python o2.py and run it. So now you'll simply see there are two values that we got out of it. So you can see after the third index the things are in first place, like 5, 6, 7, because the third index is basically having the value 4. Simple as that. It didn't took too long, it didn't take too over complication like most people do. I have made it as simple as humanly possible. So just sit down on your computer and try it right now. And I'll see you tomorrow with another data structure and algorithms.